name is Stacy, and today I'd like to give you some information about implementing a successful Vacation Bible School program. I recently volunteered to plan and to manage the Vacation Bible School program we had at my own church. We are a rural community with a rural church that doesn't have a lot of finances to go around. So my main focus was to save money and to be as thrifty as possible. The first thing I would recommend is going online, researching the different programs that are available. Many of them are free, and so you can download that information and customize it to the size of church that you do have. Oftentimes you can review other church websites to see if they have any hints or ideas for themes and activities and things like that. Speaking of themes, once you've landed on a theme, again, I would recommend going back online and searching for activities and crafts and songs that will accompany your theme. The 4 sections that I would recommend having is, like I just stated, there's usually an activities or a game session during Vacation Bible School. You always have to have music because kids enjoy singing, and the louder they are, the happier they are. Also, arts and crafts is also a popular Vacation Bible School activity. And then there always should be a lesson that's provided. You want to give them the foundation of why they're there and the purpose of knowing that God loves them and the purpose of having Vacation Bible School. The third idea that I would probably present is to keep it simple. Kids like to just be together. They like to play games. They be creative in some of those aspects too. Reuse. I know we all have church basements that have Sunday school supplies that were forgotten or not used. Try to reuse some of that materials, especially crayons, glue, markers, things like that. Bring that back in so you can reuse them during your Vacation Bible School program. The fourth thing that I would recommend to encourage volunteers. Get as many volunteers as possible related to the needs that you do have. So once you've decided on what arts and crafts you may be having, what type of music you want to do, and the activities and games, that will lead into how many volunteers you need and what type of volunteers. If you need someone that's familiar and with giving a lesson, for instance, maybe your pastor or your preacher of your church would be involved in that part of it. Definitely have them involved for the opening prayer and for the closing prayer. It's very valuable to have them there. A lot of times preteens are available to help out as well. They're very good with the little kids, and they look up to them and know that they're closer in age to them, and so they feel connected there. Finally, what I would recommend along the lines with donations, for instance, if there are food items that are needed, go to the ladies of the church and the men of the church. Sometimes they do have groups that they will support Vacation Bible School and help prepare some of those foods. Be very specific. They want to know exactly what they need to provide, so they're not standing in the middle of a grocery aisle wondering, how many loaves of bread are we needing today? And finally, when you're planning your Vacation Bible School program, advertise. Put it in the church bulletin, put it in the newsletter, post it on your website, even in the newspaper. It doesn't have to always be just your church doing the Bible School program. You want to welcome all children in your community, regardless of if they go to different denominations. During the Vacation Bible School, one successful thing I would recommend is to take lots of pictures. Then the following week, display those pictures at your church service. Allow the members of the church to see what the children are doing. See the good things that are happening at your church with the children. And if there's volunteers that have provided food or provided ideas and helped, they can see what their volunteer efforts have resulted in. The smiles and the singing and the cheers from the kids at the Vacation Bible School. The other thing I would recommend is to be prepared, be organized every day. The night before is a good time to kind of gather your thoughts and get all your materials together. So when the Bible School program starts the next day, you're ready. The volunteers know what they're doing. They're ready. They're excited. We're encouraging them to be very open to the kids and to see that organization. The last thing though is to say thank you. Say thank you a lot. We have a lot of volunteers. It doesn't take just one person to put together a Vacation Bible School program. I would even recommend sending out personal thank you cards to those that may have donated their time and they had food items or money donations, but just sending out a personal thank you and telling them how much you are appreciating their involvement in the Vacation Bible School program. Lastly, I would recommend conducting a lessons learned following the program. There's always improvements that can be made, and there's a lot of times you can talk about what went really well that you want to implement in other future programs. All in all, having a Vacation Bible School program I feel is very important for the kids of our church. It brings them together during their summer vacation and gets them geared up for a new school year. Thank you.